We're making a high-protein minestrone soup with ground beef that is gentler on digestion, without beans, optional gluten-free macaroni, and sautéed and blended onion. Hello, my name is Nicole Bonilla, and if you love healthier recipes to our favorite foods, then you are in the right place. Now you're welcome to jot down these ingredients as we go along, or you can click on the link that's in the video description below. And that will take you to the full recipe with all the details, including nutrition facts, ingredients and substitutions, and frequently asked questions. Now to help this soup come together really easily, you'll want to prep all of your vegetables first. So I thinly sliced 2 carrots, and I like to slice them a little bit thinner because then they cook through quicker. And I have 1 cup of fresh green beans, and half of a zucchini that I chopped down. You could also use yellow squash, and 2 stalks of celery, and I like these to be a little bit on the chunkier side. Half of a yellow onion, but you could also use white, and I diced 2 golden potatoes, and then I minced 4 cloves of garlic. Now I have found that onions are the easiest to digest if I first sauté them, and I also like to include the zucchini to disguise it for picky eaters. So we'll sauté them with the garlic and then blend them into our broth. Now for the vegetable broth, you could use cartons, but I think it's really convenient just to use better than bouillon. So all you have to do is take 5 cups of hot water and then add in 1 teaspoon per cup of water. So that's about, a tablespoon and a half. And then just mix that right in. So now it's time to start cooking. Now to make the soup, you can use any sturdy bottom pot that you have. I love using my Hex-Clyde pots because they give me the best of stainless steel, cast iron, and non-stick. So I'm just going to add 2 tablespoons of butter. My pot is on a medium-high heat. And I'll just move that around so it can start to melt. Now we'll just toss in our onions and zucchini. And always season with a little bit of salt. And then just stir those into the butter. And then we'll just let this cook for about 4 to 5 minutes or until those vegetables are nice and soft. If you have a lid, go ahead and use that, which will help speed it up. Well, it's been about 4 minutes, and I can tell that those vegetables are nice and soft and even getting just a touch of color on them. So I can go ahead and add our minced garlic, give that a good stir, and then we'll just give that about, 30 seconds to a minute to bloom the garlic. I can tell by the smell that that garlic is nice and bloomed. So I can go ahead and turn down my heat for a minute. Now, if you don't mind having this chunky in your soup, you can go ahead and just take this out, transfer it to a bowl, and then finish with the rest of the instructions. But I really like blending it into the broth. So I'm gonna go ahead and carefully transfer all of this right into our blender. And then while our pan is nice and hot, we wanna start browning our ground beef. So I'm gonna add in just about 2 tablespoons of some light olive oil. Now for the ground beef, you could also use ground turkey or even ground chicken, or you could even omit the beef if you'd like to keep it vegetarian. I'll go ahead and drop in our ground beef. And I'm just gonna start spreading it around so that we can get some instant color on the bottom. Now yes, the beef is going to soak in the seasonings in the soup, but it tastes really good if we season our meat separately. So I'm gonna start with about ½ teaspoon of salt, and I'll sprinkle on a teaspoon of some paprika, and 2 teaspoons of sage, and a few dashes of pepper. And to give it even more flavor, I like to add 1 tablespoon of some Worcestershire sauce. And you can make sure this is gluten-free if that's what you need. And then we just kind of mix those seasonings down into the meat and start to move it around. I love that we got some nice color on the bottom of the meat when we first put it into our nice hot pan. Now I want to let this cook for about another 4 or 5 minutes until that meat is cooked through. So we're gonna go ahead and give a head start to our carrots by just dumping those on top, as well as our celery. Now in most recipes, you would saute the onion and the celery and the carrots together in the very beginning, but we wanted to blend our onions into our broth, which is why we didn't do it that way. And then to help these cook through a little faster, we'll just throw in our lid. Now in the vegetable broth, we're gonna add an 8-ounce can of tomato sauce. And then we'll just blend this up until smooth. And then we'll set this aside until our meat is done cooking. So now we'll come back to our meat and our vegetables. We'll give those a stir. I can tell that our meat is almost cooked through, so we're gonna give those about another minute. And again, I'll use the lid because that just helps cook through the carrots and the celery quicker. So after a minute, I can tell that our meat is cooked through. And I'll just gently scrape the bottom to make sure nothing is stuck. And now we can pour in our vegetable broth. I wish you could smell my kitchen right now because it smells incredible. Now we'll also add our diced potatoes and some more seasonings, which is 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning, and a teaspoon of salt, and you can certainly adjust this to taste. Now we're also going to add some diced tomatoes. Now if you have some picky eaters who don't like to see those chunky tomatoes, then you could just use another can of tomato sauce, or you could even blend these tomatoes in with the broth before we poured it in. And I highly recommend using the fire roasted because they will have the most flavor. So I'm just gonna pour the whole can right in. And we'll give those a quick stir. And then we'll put on our lid and let this simmer at a low boil for about 10 minutes. And then after the 10 minutes, we can add our pasta, our green beans, and our spinach because they don't need as long to cook. Our soup has been simmering for about 10 minutes. Now we can add in our gluten-free macaroni, but of course you could use any variety that you like. So we're gonna add half a cup of macaroni and 1 cup of some cut green beans and 2 cups of some baby spinach leaves. And then we'll gently stir these in. And then we'll put the lid back on and we're just gonna simmer it for about another 10 or 12 minutes. Well, our pot has been simmering for another 12 minutes. Then we'll fish out a little macaroni, which we can tell is perfectly al dente. We'll go ahead and turn off our heat. Now this is optional, but to add a little more brightness to the soup, I like to add in 1 tablespoon of some lemon juice. Oh my goodness, this is so beautiful. It is ready to dish into my bowl. And then as an additional garnish, I love adding some shredded Parmesan cheese on top. I love how the cheese just instantly melts into the soup and just tastes so good. And then I'm gonna tear off a few fresh basil leaves on top. This keeps getting better. And it is ready to enjoy, at least after it's not too hot. That tastes so good. That tastes so fresh and vibrant as you bite into those vegetables. They're all perfectly soft but still have nice body to them. And I love getting that juicy ground beef, and then those little noodles are just really fun. And I love that it has a richer flavor from the onion and the zucchini but without any of the texture. Now, if you could use more healthy inspiration on a regular basis, I invite you to join my email list. All you have to do is click on the link in the video description below, and that is the best way for us to stay connected. And I want to thank you for joining me today in my kitchen. I've included the link to the full recipe and it's in the video description below, and that will take you to my website, gentletummy.com. And I also invite you to like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I invite you to join me again in my kitchen.